Okay. You know, I'm really not good at this. I don't know if you noticed or not. Um, okay, so I just, I'm gonna start doing more videos, and every time I think that or say that, then something happens and I don't, and I just am really awful at holding to my word in some categories. Actually, for the last few years, in almost all categories, except for my love for my children. Um, I just woke up a little bit more. There were some, I get this random news article thing on my phone now that propaganda much. Anyway, it just distracted me, irritated me with the state of the nation and the world, and I woke up and I just thought, I'm going to explain a little bit to you, to my children. I love you. I talk to each one of you differing degrees over different points in time in your life, all depending on everything. Mostly I leave it in your guys' camp, which is not my favorite thing to do, and you may be upset with me, and if you ever would like me to pay for therapy, I'm gonna work on that, but for right now I can't even pay for affording to take care of myself. Um, I love you. I love you. I have never abandoned you. And I just feel the need to share, like, more sometimes. I just, um, I have come close to death, and I've had several witnesses who have nursed people in their last 4 months of life, and, you know, is a serious deal with chronic malnutrition and acid reflux, and there's all these things that, like, I want to talk to you about, but I can't talk to you about right now for a variety of reasons, some of which are your choice, some of which are because I just can't or shouldn't, I guess, discuss certain things with children. It's just that I've always done my best to be as appropriate to your needs as possible, and it's obvious that I failed you in one way or another. I think, you know, the youngest and one that I placed for adoption, you got the better end of the deal, which is so sad. And I say that not because of necessarily, where you're living or who your parents are or this or that or whatever. It sounded that way a little bit after it came out of my mouth. I say that because you get to talk to me more, sweetie. So, to be honest, I hope that all of you will be close one day, but I don't know. I really don't know. I hope and pray that we'll all be close, and, that someday there are weddings and birthdays and big family gatherings that have all of the co-parents that there are involved in this sad tragedy of a life story that you guys are doing a great job handling, to one degree or another, you were all given, like, automatic hardships upon birth, and, you know, I love you. I love you. I miss you all the time. I can't. I wish I could find a way to express all that love to you, and I've been waiting, and I've been patient, and I've been understanding. I just need to throw these up on YouTube, as crappy as they are, and, you don't ever, if I ever become known or whatever, you don't have to, like, let people know that I'm your mom. It's like, we hardly spend time together, unless you're proud of me, like my youngest is. And my second to youngest, the youngest of you beautiful three. I'm gonna do everything I can to semi-keep you anonymous. I know that your names have been mentioned a little bit here and there, but the reality is that um, I don't know what I'm doing, you know? I never have. I don't think any adults really know what they're doing, to be honest, and I've believed that since I was a little girl. When I became an adult myself, I had a little bit of a cognitive dissonance and struggle with the fact that uh-oh, I'm an adult and adults are stupid. What do we do? How do I deal with this? And I've worked through that for the most part, and I've embraced the fact that I'm old and I've screwed up and I've been naive and trusting in moments when I shouldn't have been, and I don't know, I've done my best. And I don't do anything to try to convince you to be a part of my life. And there are a variety of reasons, some of which are absolutely accurate, all of which are valid, but some of which are, not in your best interest or my best interest or even in, your other parent's best interest to have us as disconnected as we are, but for whatever reason, I haven't found a way to break through that barrier. Partly because I don't push very often. I don't fight very often. I don't have it in me. I've only had certain types of fight in me and certain lengths and strengths and I've given all that I can give and I will continue to, but I'm just going to throw this stuff out there and you can get to it when you get to it, And you can be angry with me if you need to, and you can be embarrassed by me if you need to. I mean, I never was embarrassed really until I've experienced a lot of embarrassment over the last year for sure. And I accept that wholeheartedly. Whatever, you need, and that can make you more angry but please, I'm your mother. I love you. Nothing's ever going to change that. No matter what words are said or not said, no matter how much time is spent together or separate, everyone's opinions and paradigms, I'm your mother. And I love you. And that has never changed and will never change. It's the level and degree that I've been able to display it and share it has shifted dramatically from period of time to period of time, but that doesn't alter the reality that I'm your mother and I love you, that I've done everything in my power to the best of my ability, and it has been a miserable pile of crap. And I'm going to apologize to you about that, however long it takes, until you know deeply, thoroughly, and truly that you are loved by me. But I'm also, I want you to get to know me. I don't know if that's purely selfish or not, and I don't really care. I've been working on being more self-preserving lately, and I do. I want you to have a chance to get to know me. I'm actually a pretty fabulous person. I'm stupid in some ways, and I'm dense in a lot of ways, and I'm slow, and I'm aggravating, and I'm whatever else. I don't even know. I don't even really know. But I'm funny, and I love you, and I do my best to pay attention to the positive aspects of life without ignoring and denying all the challenging, negative things. I guess I try to be balanced. I screw up, but I say I'm sorry. You hurt my feelings, and I forgive you, and I get it. Those are qualities of a pretty decent human being. I miss you, and I know you have moments when you miss me. You must. You must. Some of you are better at compartmentalizing than others. Oh, and but oh, come on. You love me. I love you, and you love me. And one of these days, something is going to work out so that we have more time together. But in the meantime, like, I can't keep waiting for the right moment. I can't keep waiting until I know that I'm going to be socially appropriate and age level appropriate, and I'm going to do my best, the very best that I can, but like I've given my all my whole life, and now I have very little to give. But I have time, and I have a smartphone. It's kind of creepy smart, but and maybe someday one of these messages will make a difference for you, and you'll feel like you had more of me than you really did. Physically, you haven't had much of me, but like emotionally, spiritually, I have not left you. Mentally, I have checked out on occasion because it is so painful. You'll know someday. We are already experiencing a measure of pain, but you're handling it, and you still have a full family life, and you have, I have nothing. I had dancing for a while, and that helped relieve the physical strain and emotional and mental, and I always have some guy that's, interested to some degree or another, so that's a nice distraction on occasion, and I fall in and out of love and whatever. But that's nothing. I mean, no offense to any of the men that I have cared for and valued and spent time with, and am, allowing a possibility of proving that they are worthy, not just of me, but of you guys too, Like, I'm doing my best. And I hurt every day, physically and emotionally. I check out sometimes mentally and spiritually. I am just clinging to my faith and trust in God, and in time, in this life not being, we don't know. Scientists, and we really have no idea. Everybody's doing the best they can to some degree or another, with everyone having different purposes in mind, and it's a big jumbled mess, and we're messing everything up, but people just want to figure stuff out, and they think they know, but we have no clue about a lot of things, and I've never forgotten that, even in the times where I thought I knew what I was doing, and I thought that I was adulting properly, and that I thought that I was mothering in the best way possible. But what if I was mothering you exactly how I wish that I had been mothered? Which is, I think, what most mothers do. And what if that didn't fit you well enough, and you tried to tell me, and I thought I heard you, and I didn't, because of my own experiences and my own filters from the past? I love you. I'm going to share stuff. And you're going to feel however you feel about it. And eventually, someday, hopefully, we will have true time and wholehearted reconciliation. And you'll know how much I love you without a shadow of a doubt. And you'll carry that power with you forever. That's why I'm going to start just rambling, sharing whatever I share. Okay.